Anthony for three.
I think we see Willis coming out.
Won the NBA championship.
Have the first pick in the 1985 NBA college draft.
Season ends the hands of the Chicago Bulls. Reggie Miller is tied the game.
The Spurs are your world champions.
We suffered enough.
New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis.
Welcome! Season 2, MadGood Knick Show. I'm Far. That's Jay. We got Pete. We got T. We got Steph.
That's
the
right.
whole crew is here.
Squad!
We showed up. At least one team did, right?
Huh.
Too soon, guys?
Too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah, oh no.
It's been a
Season
minute.
just started,
It's
man.
been a minute since we've been here, guys. A lot has happened in the offseason.
Yeah.
Before we even get to the OKC game, thoughts on the offseason?
Yeah, I was supposed to be in Greece right now.
True. Anybody else? Anything more relevant?
I can be watching Teodosic right now.
True. Okay. Okay, Steph. I'm talking about the offseason, not now, guys.
You know, I don't really like our WL column starting with the 0.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool. Joe Kimnell reached out to us and asked us for a favor.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah, that was
Shout
so
out
cool.
to you, Joe.
Joe Kim.
I like it.
Hey.
I like it.
Shout out to Horny for making the offseason completely irrelevant in the first game.
Yeah.
Yep,
No,
absolutely.
All the hard work Perry and Mills did down the drain, clearly.
we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna cover the OKC next game. We're gonna go through the offseason. We will dive into the stats that frustrate us Knick fans the most, right, Pete and Steph?
I had a bunch, right?
In-house statisticians.
Long list.
And then we got a little bit of
I do.
fun stuff too. We're starting
I do.
something new that shows well. We got our young talent. We're gonna be keeping an eye on them all season long. It's all about the young core.
That's
with
true.
These
But
Knickerbockers.
one thing I don't get is if we're talking about a young core, what the hell is he still doing here?
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Yo, your head
You're
is
rooting for the
supposed to go
enemy.
this. Can
I
we-
mean,
can we
come
cut?
on.
Nah, we still love Melo. It's all love.
Melo's the boy.
Yo, seeing Melo on the other side though.
That was pretty awkward,
That
man.
first three of the head that he
Hello?
had.
That was
a
a
little
dagger,
bit.
yeah.
A little bit.
And his
I
vintage
wasn't-
I wanted to
smile
check
running
it.
down the court.
I wasn't a
you
fan.
know.
Check us out on Instagram at MadGood Knick Show. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. I want to get to the OKC Knicks game. Let's kick it off.
All right, guys, welcome back to the next.
Whoa, wait, hold on. This ain't working out. I can't do this.
All right, guys.
You gotta go.
Too close.
Steph looks pretty comfortable.
And let's talk about the recap really quickly. Yo, guys, KP as the go-to guy. I was impressed.
JP is looking strong, looking good.
He
You and I
got
talked about that.
Yeah, we've been discussing this for a while
Yep.
now. And KP seemed to be the focal point of the offense, which is a
Absolutely.
great thing. Jay, he had 31 points, right?
And boards.
How many?
11, 12, 13, 14.
My
I
man
mean, I
had
can't count.
13.
It
looked like
it's
he
more than
could've
10.
won.
It's more than 10. I can't
Right.
count.
The craziest part about it is KP had 7 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yep. He was driving. You saw his post-up move, his dream shake. It
I
really
did.
wasn't a dream shake. It was a fake and an under. It was
Wait, can we
nice.
roll that
Suave.
clip again? I gotta
Oh.
see that. Perfect. What do you guys think about some of the standouts? Who really shined other than KP? Because we did enough talking about KP.
Yeah.
Who were some of the standouts and who were some of the little disappointments?
For me, it's Courtney Lee.
Standout?
Wait, standout or disappointment?
A standout.
Okay.
Not a huge standout, but the fact that he's being more aggressive. Once again, another thing we talked about, we brushed up on in the offseason was like, yo, Courtney Lee's got to become more aggressive, and he's been
He
doing
did.
it.
No,
so
he
far.
really did do that. That's pretty cool. Jay.
Everyone was a disappointment besides Kristaps. I swear on everything I love.
I've never seen
Well,
Ron
speaking-
Baker play so
Wait,
bad.
speaking of Ron Baker,
Shaggy's hair is in his face.
speaking of Ron Baker, another disappointment.
Huge.
The amount of turnovers he had, he couldn't even bring the ball up.
Counting money.
Yeah, that $9 million really sold him. But wait, one last thing. Tim Hardaway, bro, you kind of let me down. You only had 8 points, bro. Wasn't too thrilled with that. But guys, all right, forget it. We had enough about the disappointments.
I don't want to say I said.
What do you guys think about the new system that Hornacek is running?
What, the one that's worse? than the triangle.
Yeah, wait, what
Yeah,
system?
I mean, well,
It's
hey,
like a
system?
circle. It's
We're
like,
okay,
hey
alright.
guys, let's
Be
run
more
this
specific.
circle.
Game one. It's
Turn the
game
ball
one.
over and then go and score, and then turn it over again, and then go and try to score. Because we went, I think, 6 minutes scoreless, roughly.
Yep. But yo, don't forget to not play the players that are the most talented on the team.
Oh, like Billy.
Especially during trash time, garbage time, don't play them.
Frank, I mean, I know he was a little
Garbage.
nervous. He shot a few air balls. Frank, it's okay, baby. I know I've been talking about you a lot. Your Frenchie, I talk a lot about DSJ. I don't want you feeling bad about that. The thing is, you need to get out there, and that's not your fault. That's Horny's fault.
You're right. All right, so you guys don't seem too thrilled with the new system.
Nah.
As I'm not either. Trust me, I'm with you guys. But with that new system, we have to discuss the defense. So earlier in the offseason, Coach Horny and I guess the rest of the staff managed to pull and relieve Kurt Rambis of his duties as the defensive coordinator, whatever that was. Yeah, right? But
How is he still with us, bro?
I have no idea. But our defense was completely irrelevant tonight. They were non-existent.
Yeah.
I saw Westbrook looking like vintage Westbrook. Of course, not everybody can guard him. No one can guard him. Right?
Fucked
He's
around and got a
MVP.
triple-double.
But like Melo was going off, Paul George. I could have swore I saw Roberson looking like a three-point expert out there.
Yeah, man. They were getting
come
open
on.
threes all day. And that's the thing we were struggling with most. But now we're also struggling with interior defense, which is something you don't want to see.
Interior defense, right?
Yeah.
But wait,
There's more.
What about that interior defense that KP had on Melo with that block?
Interior D. I mean, that was one block.
Hey, it doesn't matter. It was defense.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about that.
Ramon Sessions got like 2 steals. If you want to talk about defense.
All right, you're right.
But his name is Ramon.
It was a block on Carmelo, though, right?
Rob Baker also had 2 steals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
29
we had
turnovers.
so many turnovers.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You know what?
Anyway.
Actually, Knicks are playing great defense, guys. Now we're thinking of all these.
Yo, so guys, peep this. So that block on Melo,
Yeah.
right? Seeing KP do that, wasn't that a little weird to see Melo on the other side with the jersey?
Yeah.
It
Not
was,
being an orange
but
and
it
blue?
was, it was something that finally just happened. It was long overdue.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
inevitable. And, bro, I'm glad to see you get blocked by KP.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
That was the
Feels
first
good.
like 2 minutes of the game too,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yep.
That was really cool.
Way to put him in his place.
I know we mentioned this earlier, guys, but to talk about how awkward and uncomfortable it was to see Melo do the 3 to the dome
Yeah.
for the OKC Thunder, man, that kind of hurt. That was a stinger.
Definitely rubbed me the wrong way. It felt weird.
I don't know.
like
I was
it.
kind of ready. It's like I broke up with a girl and she had sex with someone else. I don't care.
You can't
You
fully
enjoy that?
not care.
I've been there, done that.
It's gotta rub you a little.
Shit. All Jay's exes, call Steph.
Hit me up. I got my number. 555.
555.
I got my number.
I don't know if you got it.
Actually, that was Domino's. Don't call that number. All right, guys. So I think we covered pretty much the logistics of the recap and
Yes.
all that good stuff.
Yes, we did.
Let's send it over to the next segment.
What's going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to the second season of the MadGood Knick Show. And we're already doing analytics. It's crazy. Does
I
that
know.
even make sense?
It doesn't. One game makes
One game,
0
man.
sense. But fuck it, we'll do it.
Actually, it does make a little bit of sense because we do have the preseason to draw off some information from. So let's get right into it. So last season, you guys all knew last year's team suffered in a lot of key categories. Pretty much the only thing we were good at was rebounding, particularly the offensive rebounding. But defensively, we were garbage in terms of moving the ball, assists. We ranked consistently low in the NBA. So obviously the preseason was our first opportunity to see how some of the changes in the team reflected in terms of the statistics. And obviously game one was another opportunity to do that. So in our studies, what have we noticed?
Well, we noticed a lot of the same BS. We noticed lack of defensive rebounding, some good offensive rebounding. KO, we didn't see Billy play. We didn't get to see the chance of him getting some offensive rebounds.
Although he was rebounding the second he got into the game.
Although he was rebounding the second he got into the game, he got a block as well. You know, the rest of the stats, like 3-point percentage, 30% from the field tonight, even though we were averaging 35% last season. That's a little
Well,
worse.
let's look at some of the key changes between the preseason and last season. So, for instance, our ranking in the preseason was 28th as far as points. So offensively, we were struggling terribly amongst the league, even though we were much better at that last year. Another thing that really surprised me was field goal attempts. Last season we were 3rd, and in the preseason we were 18th, which means we really weren't putting up as many shots as the rest of the teams. And you kind of saw that tonight. Obviously, we only scored 84 points, so clearly we're not putting up shots.
You know what? I think a big factor that plays into that is the fact that there's no Carmelo Anthony. Now there's You know, a lot of tension going on. People don't know if they should be shooting or not, if they should be taking the ball. All the players last year relied on Melo, you know, with the ISO play and putting up the shots. But this year, I think everyone's trying to find themselves, and you know, not everyone's the nerves. Game one, it's gonna take some time.
Right. Okay. So whatever. KP put up 12 boards, which we were happy to see him do. Rebound wise, we dropped from overall rebounding, we dropped from 5th to 29th in the preseason, and then we were sort of in that margin in tonight's game. Yeah. So obviously the thing we were good at, our strong suit, we got worse at, which is concerning. The other thing, blocks is another thing that we dramatically saw a decrease in. Yeah. I don't know why that is, but it's too early to tell right now. Turnovers are probably the biggest problem. We were dead last in the preseason, and we saw tonight 25 turnovers, unacceptable.
Right.
The OKC had over 35 points from our turnovers, and that's ridiculous. So that's something we got to tighten up. So I mean, that's something that's what we're noticing so far.
If I could sum it all up into one thing, one word, I would think the word is hustle. You know, we're not getting out on defense on the three-point line. We're not taking any blocks. We're turning the ball over. It just doesn't seem like we're really pushing and really striving to hustle. Simple as that.
And you saw the result. Obviously, guys, one game. We're going to bring you a lot more in-depth analysis as the season progresses, but good to have you back.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys.
All right, so a lot happened this offseason. We weren't there to cover it all, but Jay and I got you. We're going to recap the entire Knicks offseason in 2 minutes.
Stick around.
It's a lot. Jay, kick it off.
Let's do it. So, Knicks end the season with a W over the Sixers.
Carmelo won't rule out a return.
Dolan announced that Phil Jackson's last 2 years are locked in.
Phil says Carmelo must leave the Knicks.
Rose and Knicks show mutual interest.
KP blows off his exit interview.
The NBA union ripped Phil for his Melo talk.
Melo accused of knocking up a stripper.
Knicks lose the draft lottery coin toss to the T-Wolves, putting them at 8th overall.
Knicks show interest in some 18-year-old French point guard.
Jackson continues to say he wants Melo out.
Talks connect the Knicks with pending draft picks Dennis Smith Jr. and Malik Monk.
Knicks fire assistant Josh Longstaff, who was also a good friend of KP.
Phil Jackson falls asleep during draft workouts.
Mavs show interest in Knicks draft target Frank Ntilikina.
Phil Jackson says he would trade KP.
With the number 8 pick in the draft, the Knicks select Frank Ntilikina.
Billy Hernangomez named first team all-rookie.
And on July 28th, Knicks officially fire Phil Jackson.
Woohoo! And then Ron Baker signs a contract for 2 years, $9 million.
Tim Hardaway Jr. signs 4-year deal, $71 million offer sheet with Knicks.
Knicks hire Scott Perry as GM, names Steve Mills as president.
Perry says he won't trade Carmelo unless the price is right.
Hornacek officially cans the triangle.
Kyrie Irving says he wants to play for the Knicks.
KP shows out at the NBA Africa game and says he loves Knicks again.
D-Rose signs the vet minimum with the Cavs.
Oakley agrees to a 1-year ban from MSG.
KP gets turned down after sliding in DMs of a Croatian model.
Vegas odds show a miserable upcoming season for the Knicks.
KP shows that at the Eurobasket 2017, taking his team to the 2nd round.
Knicks sign Michael Beasley, Jared Jack, and Ramon Sessions.
Knicks trade Carmelo Anthony to OKC for McDermott and Enes Kanter.
Finally, Knicks go 0-5 in the preseason, 0-1 to start the season. That was our very, very quick recap, and that's pretty much all that happened with the Knicks. It's kind of like a TMZ episode here. A lot happens that has nothing to do with basketball. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be talking Knicks all season long, guys. So.
All season long.
All season. All right.
All right.
Season predictions, guys. So we're going to go through a couple of categories here, go around the horn. Let me know your thoughts. And you guys over there, the fans, we want you to participate as well. So drop your comments. Let us know what you think. So, season predictions, guys. What do you think our record's going to be? Steph?
I think under 500, most definitely.
Amount of wins.
I'll say 38 wins.
Ooh, that's high.
I'll say 38 wins.
31-51.
Ooh, are you bugging out?
22 wins.
I'm
my
bugging out.
God.
How many? 22?
22.
Is that a legitimate?
What do you got?
prediction?
What do you got?
26 wins.
26.
Oh my!
All right,
You guys in the mid-20s.
I'm right around 28.
No
Wait,
more hope.
Yo, no joke.
Yo, him and I.
This
have
is
the biggest
gonna
gap.
be a gimme. This is gonna you guys are pessimist bags.
Who can we beat?
So this is gonna be a gimme,
Fuck
but MVP for the Knicks.
KP.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
He's already.
I think it's
Scratch that
unanimous.
It's not gonna be Jeff Hornacek, guys.
All
He's not
ballot.
gonna get Coach of the Year. No.
All
He
ballot.
may get fired before the
All right,
season's
now
over.
this will be a fun one. Defensive Player of the Year. Who's it gonna be?
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I want to go out on a limb.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it's Frank Ntilikina.
Oh God! Can he play defense from the bench?
Because I honestly saw like a glimmer of what he did against Felton. It gave me that. It gave me
Against
that.
who? What?
It's a glimmer. Jay, what do you think?
Pete.
Just look at who else is it gonna be?
Jay, what do you think?
Lance Thomas.
Lance Thomas. All right, you think so? You think he's gonna stay on the court long enough?
No, but I think for the stretch he will. He's
He'll
going
be
to look
the best.
amazing.
Think so?
I'm gonna go with KP. Obviously.
Defensive. Okay.
man.
Dude,
did-
he's swatting
he did-
shots left and right.
he did
One
say it.
shot.
Listen,
Doesn't
listen.
matter.
He did also say that he's trying to win Defensive Player of the Year too. So
He
I
did
mean,
say that?
with that
Wow.
chip on his shoulder,
He's trying to be an
we'll
all-star.
He's not a natural.
see. I personally, I'm gonna go with Courtney Lee, all reliable. You?
Wow.
Wow, really
I think he's
quickly.
gonna be
I
traded.
think I'm gonna have to agree with my brother right here. I think it might be Frank.
Wait, which
Ntilikina.
one of us is your
brothers?
brother?
I
thought
think
we
it's
were
gonna
all
be
your
Frank
brothers.
Ntilikina.
We're all brothers
I think it's
here.
gonna be
Thank
All
Frank
right,
Ntilikina,
moving
honestly.
right along. Who is gonna be your surprise player? I'll
KP.
go first. I'll go first. Stole mine. No, I'm kidding. I think Damian Dodson's definitely going to be our surprise
ain't even
player.
gonna play.
I think he will eventually, towards the end of the season, get more
Wow.
playing time and be our surprise player.
Wow. I'm gonna go with my man Enes Kanter. I think the reason why he sucked tonight was because he was playing against guys that he was playing with in practice for the longest. So I think Enes Kanter is definitely gonna be one of those guys that's gonna average above 15 points and surprises.
All right, moving right along. Pete.
Oh man, I wanted to say Billy just because I thought he would really do much better this season and just be integrated more. It's one game, but surprise player. Oh damn, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say KP because just after tonight's game, I think he's gonna take a bigger role than I thought he could handle on the Knicks.
Jay.
I'm going to go with Ron Baker. I'm surprised at much how you regressed.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Oh, wait,
I
we
like
got
that.
biggest
All
disappointment.
right, biggest
next.
disappointment.
Oh,
I didn't even get to answer, but it's all right. It's cool.
Honestly, I think biggest disappointment could very well end up being Frank Ntilikina.
Wow.
I'm gonna say.
Damn. I wonder who's making him feel that way.
Biggest disappointment for me. I wasn't prepared to answer this one. But it's going to be Michael Beasley.
Time's a factor. Here we go, Jay.
Damn.
Wrap around. Here we
'Cause
go.
of his
Here we go.
ankle.
Here we
He
go.
injured.
Jay, who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got?
Joakim Noah still.
Joakim Noah. Who do you got? Pete.
I'm gonna say Hornacek, man.
Oh, biggest disappointment. Okay.
Oh damn.
Oh, that's a
All
huge
right.
disappointment.
Beasley.
I'm gonna have to go with
Ouch,
Beasley.
man. He just got hurt. Now he's the biggest disappointment. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Yeah, I don't know-
Rookie
I don't
of the
get that.
year. Rookie of the year. Who do you got? Between Damian Dotson, Frank Ntilikina, and, we'll throw in some of the new guys in there. Put in McDermott, Cantor, and Beasley. Who do you got?
Are there any new girls on the Knicks City Dancers?
Definitely
Any
not
rookies
Ramon
on there?
Sessions. He ain't getting
Yeah,
rookie. of the year.
inappropriate.
Yeah. Next
count
question.
THJ.
MVP. All right, we're gonna wrap this up then. Fan favorite. Who's the fan favorite?
Dougie McBuckets.
Dougie McBuckets. T.
KP.
KP. All right.
KP.
That's an obvious
Cop
one.
out
It
answer.
is
I'm
Cantor.
going Cantor as well. He loves the
Cantor,
fans too much.
100%.
This has been our season predictions. Again, drop your line in the comments. We want to know what you guys are thinking.
Not me.
Until then, we'll check back in on this at the end of the season, see how wrong or right all of us were. Probably all right.
Yeah.
Bye here.
We were pretty right about the score.
Welcome to a special segment we like to call the Young Core Diaries.
Oh, man.
We got a young core. That was what our GM, what our president said after Phil Jackson got the boost.
It's like the Princess Diaries, right?
It is similar, very similar to Princess Diaries, but it's not at all. So the Young Core Diaries, we're gonna recap all the young players that we got, all the young studs, 25 and under,
Studs.
on the team. We'll follow them along the season, so it's like a diary for them.
That's an overreaction.
I want to start with Mr. Enes Kanter, Turkey Zone, adding to the United Nations of players that we have. Let's talk about Kanter. First, let's talk about his preseason. He showed out in preseason. I thought he did pretty well. Footwork was there on offense.
You know what, man? It's interesting because it had to be a difficult position for Enes Kanter coming home, returning home for the first time. He got blindsided with the trade. He did have 10 points, and he shot 50% from the field. But he did look a little suspect out there going up against his old battery mate in Steven Adams.
Enes Kanter can't play defense. I love the guy. I love
Hey,
him.
I tried to build with some
Look,
positive.
no, I can't. But I can't let you go by that BS answer. He can't play NBA defense, and that needs to be fixed. He was our starting center for the OKC game, and he definitely should not have been.
He did have 7 rebounds, though.
Come on, I'm not. He's an offensive rebounder. That won't stop. Defense. Anyone got by him. He wasn't a force inside the paint.
But did you expect him to be a force inside the paint?
Absolutely not. But for starting center, I mean, I expected a little bit more, especially going home. I thought he'd be a little bit more charged up. Speaking of disappointment, let's talk about Tim Hardaway Jr.
Oh, man.
He was a good signing. I personally thought.
I agree.
I think you were in the same boat.
Absolutely.
With preseason, he brought it. You know, he averaged right around 18, 20 points a game, as expected. What did he do against OKC?
Okay, listen. We are huge advocates of Tim Hardaway Jr. My man didn't show up tonight. He had 8 points, no rebounds, and 1 assist.
Again, the rebounds, assists, not what we're expecting from him.
Doesn't matter.
The 8
You're
points,
a 2 guard, bro. Come on.
The 8 points.
Get a
That's
rebound.
a tough one, man. That's a tough one. And you know what? I loved seeing Tim Hardaway on the fast break during preseason. This kid runs and guns like no other, and he can throw down like no other. I'll give him until we get to the Garden to really show out.
Oh, for sure.
Then
Which is next game.
We'll see what happens. All right, and now we have to talk about Frank. I also want to couple that with Billy because they have one thing in common today. They ain't getting no burn.
Bruh. I certainly hope it was a knee injury for Frank, and that's the only reason. Because this man is the 8th overall pick and only played 7 minutes, bro.
7 minutes?
Yeah, 7 minutes, 0 points, 0 everything else.
I'm curious to get the top maybe 15 players that were drafted and seeing how many minutes they played.
Yeah.
I understand Frank didn't play Summer League. Frank didn't play preseason. Barely. But
we had garbage time.
Garbage time,
Yeah,
exactly. Garbage time, you're not going to throw the guy in until there's 2 minutes left in the game. Moreover, he didn't enter the game at all until, I think, 2 minutes passed in the second quarter. So, Ramon Sessions is not getting the job done. Ron Baker, I don't want to talk about.
And this isn't the Yankees cheer.
Let's talk about go Yankees. Let's talk about KP, the shining star here, the MVP of this rookie class, of this not rookie, the young guys, and of the Knicks squad.
Man, KP, you are amazing. That's why I had to show out tonight with the 6 God hat.
Shout out to NY
Shout out
Freak
to
Apparel.
Man, listen, he had 31 points and multiple rebounds. Finally got that double-double, which we've been calling on for a while now.
Finally, yeah. No, and for the longest time, I had hoped that he got there, but I never thought that he would this soon. I was hovering right around 6 rebounds a game for KP,
Same.
concentrating mostly on scoring this
Man,
past
he
season.
busted Melo's ass, bro. No lie.
So,
let me say that right now.
And
bust that ass.
In this young core diary segment, every show we're going to try to have a MVP of this young core. 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be KP. So let's give that honorable mention award of these 3, 4, 5 guys. Who gets it?
Honorable mention award. I am going to go
And you know what?
with,
I'm throwing Damian Dotson, Ron Baker, and McBuckets in there too.
You know, I'm gonna go with Damian Dotson because he didn't do anything, but
Baker was
bad fucking
either.
terrible. Baker was
bad. Cantor was a disappointment, and that's that. So this has been Young Core Diaries. We're going to have this all season long, following this young core of the New York Knicks.
Dougie, we love you.
Comment below, who's your favorite young player not named Kristaps Porzingis? See you later.
Deuces.
Finish line. Guys, closing thoughts?
Yeah, man, I was pretty disappointed that Willie didn't get a chance to play until like 2 minutes left in the fourth. What the hell's going on?
Rotations are weird.
Billy and Ron Baker's trash.
Dookie, trash, and I will always compare Frank to DSJ.
I don't think that Enes Kanter should have had that much playing time, to be honest. And of course,
I don't know
more
about
playing
that,
time for
but
Billy.
Willie definitely should have got some burn.
Can we
Well,
cut
that's
Ramon
why,
Sessions?
What
What
happened
the
to Jared
fuck
Jack?
are you gonna teach Frank Ntilikina? Can we just cut Ramon?
You can't tell me Ron Baker's better than Jared Jack.
This is a tough
I gotta
one.
say, the rotations were probably the biggest disappointment and scary.
Now I'm wondering, like, is it Jeff? Are you
That's
the
what I was
problem?
gonna say. Through the process of
problem, Jeff?
elimination, we got rid of Phil Jackson. We got some new players. Horny is starting to get questionable with me, at least his coaching style. So I'm starting to get worried. You know,
having 50 point guards, you'd think that we'd have a good starting point guard, but
too many centers, not enough good point guards.
Maybe
I'll
Phil
take
Jackson
Jeremy
was right.
Lin injured over Ramon Sessions.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up, guys.
Wow.
Check us out on Instagram
Baker
at
is
MadGood
hurt.
Knick Show. Follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, all that good stuff. Drop a line below. Let us know what you want us to cover and talk about.
Ron
Catch
Baker,
you
you're on my
guys.
shit list.
We will catch you guys next time.
Not Ramon?
And Ramon. Ron, Ramon, all the R's on the team.
all the point guards.
Jeff.
$10 million
all y'all.
man.
Roakim Roa.
Oh, for the record, we're paying
yeah,
Ramon
my shit
Sessions
was-
$1 million, starting him, paying Ron Baker 10, and he's coming off the bench. Does that make sense? You tell me.
What's up, guys? This is your boy TK, aka John Legend, as you guys know. I want to thank you guys for watching, and please make sure you do subscribe. And if you like what you saw from previous episodes, or if you just like our faces, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. But wait, please hit that like, comment, and share as well. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.